All right. Good morning, guys. Let me know if there's anything wrong with the stream. I have it on the ultra low latency setting, so I should be in real time with you guys. There should not be a delay, but if there is or anything is wrong, just let me know and I'll try to fix it. Right now, NVCN seems to be the hot stock. And I think because we've seen it multiple days in a row, I think NVCN is probably going to rip right out of the gate. What's up, One Life? So yeah, I think we're probably going to get a quick rip on NVCN out of the gate. Up to $9. I think I would rather it pull back to the $7 area, but we're 1 minute from open and it's right on this $8 mark. I think it's gonna rip really quick to 9. How's the stream, One Life? Am I in real time? What is ears gonna do? Oh, come on, laggy. I want none of that. So we got 14 seconds left here. Let's see what happens at the bell. But I think this is going to probably rip up to 9 and then pull back. I could be wrong, but I just feel like we've seen it every day just about the past 2 weeks. Whatever stock was hot in pre-market gets a quick rip up. So let's see here. Yep, I was right. I don't know how far it's going to go, though. I said to 9. Okay, good. It's pulling back. It's not going to go to 9. Thank God. Let's see what his ears doing. Ears with a pullback, but still a little ways up there. Question is, how far is NVCN going to pull back? I want to see it to the 707 area. There we go. Dropping down pretty quick here. It didn't quite get there. It got close. 715. And you could have did decent right there at that 715 entry, though. God. Yeah. So maybe I should have been quicker on that, but I think it still could pull back some. See, ears is pulling back pretty hard. See what's F-Cell doing. F-Cell with a pretty nice size pullback. Right down to this 200. Let's see. There's a lot of support right here in this 205 area, though. FSL's got some volume too. It's a higher float stock, but this stock has been moving the past couple of days. See, NVCN all the way back down, so this could be a potential entry here. Because it bounced off the 200 before. See how low is it going to go, though? That's the question. You're in at 697 one life. I was thinking about it. That would have been a good entry. I was thinking about getting in down there myself. But I'm just kind of waiting a little bit here to see how much it's going to pull back. Come on, FSL. So FSL. Neuro popped out the gate. Neuro from 479 all the way up to 615. That's pretty crazy. What's going on here? Nothing there. So I think One Life might have killed it with that entry. That 200. Oh, you're already up 50 cents on this play. 658 stop loss. I think you probably killed it, One Life. I think you're on it on this one. Let's see, FSL. FSL coming up to the VWAP. I'm going to go on FSL. I may got in too high. Yeah, I got in 215, so that's really high. I don't like that. Let's see if the VWAP holds up. VWAP's at 211. There we go. Little pop here. Let's see us at least get back to 225. But we are over the VWAP. A lot of buyers at 215. So we need 215 to hold up, and it's getting taken out pretty fast. Still big buyers at 214. They got taken out fast. Need this VWAP to hold up right here. Oh, I'm lagging out a little bit. There we go. Okay, VWAP held up. So that's a good sign. Want to stay above the VWAP at this point. See NVCN drop down some. There we go. Bid's starting to move up again on FSL. I got 300 shares at FSL at 215. Got filled a little higher than I would have liked, but if you could see at least up to 225, that'd be all right. I'd take a small little profit today on New Year's Eve. If it gets up there, it's struggling a little bit with this area. There we go. Still struggling. It's just kind of going a little sideways in this area right now. But this is a higher float stock, so it shouldn't move incredibly too fast one way or the other. A lot of buy-in coming in at 215 again, though. Like, I don't think FCell's going to rip $1 in a couple of minutes. Uh, but I think it could get going on a nice slow climb. A little drop down. A lot of buyers at 212 though. A lot of buyers are sitting on the VWAP. Every time it drops to the VWAP, a bunch of buyers pop up. So that's a good sign. We want them to stay there. It's really struggling with that. It's really struggling with that 215 area though. Let's see if we start to have a trend. Whoops. So we start getting a trend line or something going on this maybe. Now we need to come back up here. This will be the fourth red candle in a row. See what's MVC doing. MVC back up to $7. Are you still holding MVC one life right now? Ugh. A lot of red here. You still see there's a lot of buyers on 212. We want that to hold up. That VWAP to hold up. We don't want that to crack. Oh, it's looking a little weak here. Let me give it a second, at least down to this 208 area to see if we bounce off that 208 area. Half position left. Yeah, so it looks like we bounced off of the 200 there. So maybe actually, let's see. Move drawing. So maybe the trend line's like that. That would be a better trend line anyway. Oh, dropping down here though. Let's see. Kind of all over the place. I don't want this to drop too much lower on FCell. This needs to come back up. That's 5 red candles in a row. We've got to start coming back up. Where's the green candles at, guy? There we go. So yeah, if we can get a trend line going on this, that would make me feel a lot better about it right now. So maybe that'll be the trend line. Oh boy, my Thinkorswim is lagging bad today. But yeah, like I said, this is not going to be that fast of a play. I'm looking to probably hold this for 30 or 40 minutes as long as it holds up and continues slowly climbing here. Whoops. Especially if this trend line continues to hold up. Looks like we've got a nice trend line started, so I will be absolutely happy to play this on a trend line all day. Let's see, the 200, okay, let's see, where's that 200 at right there? 210. So we should have pretty good support at 210 there. 200's in that area, 208, 210. Cracking that trend line a little bit. We need that 200 day to move up or hold up here. Okay, it's like it keeps going right down to that 200, and I don't like that. I want it to get off of that. I need that to come up. Because now our trend line is ruined that I was wanting to start. Maybe the trend line's there. I don't know. We'll see. We gotta takes a few minutes to really get a trend line figured out, but when it's just starting out, NVCN all the way up to 780. Nice U shape there. So yeah, One Life is definitely killing it today. Already. That was a good call at that 200-day moving average. I was just really hesitant on it. Because it's kind of a new strategy using the 200-day on the 1 minute chart for me, so. But it seems to work pretty good. Now see, we might get a nice big U shape here on FCell. But like I said, FCell is not going to be a fast runner. Big buyers came in at 215 on this, so starting to get a little pop up here again. There we go. There we go. Getting close to that 225 area. Oh, it actually shot all the way up to 225. I didn't see that. That was such a quick shoot up. But yeah, like I said, this looks like we've got a good trend line going, so. See, what was this up to in pre-market? 233 is as high as it's been in pre-market. Okay. So we might could see 233 again. That would be pretty nice. Another little pullback here again. That's okay, because this is what we want. We want this healthy. Get a pop up, back down, pop up, back down. We want that little healthy movement of getting the sellers out. A little bounce off the VWAP there. So yeah, this should be just a nice little slow climber. Gapped up. It's been going up the past couple weeks. It gapped up finally over that 200-day moving average. So, I mean, it's got room. It's actually got a little gap to fill here as well. Yeah, I'm actually in the gap. 215 is where it starts, and it's got room up to 250, it looks like, on the gap. So, there you go, One Life. Nice job. So, yeah, if FCell can fill this gap up to 250, that would be great. I think that might be where I'll be looking at. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, NVCN is definitely bipolar. So yeah, I'm right in this gap. And we've got room to 250 to fill this gap. We have no resistance other than a little bit of pre-market resistance, so a little natural resistance at 225, but we might could see this up to 250. So see, we're having those nice little healthy sell-offs and then pop-ups again and popping up again. But this is what we want. We want this to keep climbing up this trend line. But we got, like I said, we got room to 250 because this gap way back here. There's nothing between us and 250. So all I want FCell to do is just fill that gap. And that would be a nice day. I think we need the 225 break. Look, 225 is going to hold up as some resistance. NVC halted on the way down. Ouch. That's gross. But yeah, I think 225 is going to be resistance. If we break 225, I think we'll see 250. There's a lot of big buying on this stock today. At 210, there was a lot of big buyers. At 215, a lot of big buyers. Now at 220, a lot of big buyers. So somebody's pushing this stock up. Somebody's buying it. And these 220s are starting to get taken out here. But, you know, that's fine. Another little pullback is all right. There's definitely some big buying volume on this stock, though. Like I said, it has a very high float. I normally don't play these, but FCell has just been on a tear, and like I said, gapped above that 200-day. So it's got a lot of room. It's got volume. See what time is it. We don't want to run it too late into the lunchtime hours either, though. See, we want to see it bounce off this trend line. So far, its trend line is held up. So yeah, if we get the bounce here, we're all right. Yeah, there we go. Nice little bounce. You can see the bottom of these candles is like right above this trend line. So what you do have is a trend line. This is getting a little close to the trend line. But we do got some buyers at 218, 13,000 share buyers. Decent big sellers at 220, and they got taken out. So big sellers at 222. Let's see if they get taken out. They took some hits. They got pecked at. Let's see, there's a lot of them at 220. Is that where that gap? No, it's not. I don't think that's where the gap is at. It's 220. Where's that gap at? Okay, so 222 got taken out. 223, 224. I want to see how many sellers. Okay, there's a lot of sellers at 225. That's what I thought. Okay. So it's probably going to pull back a little bit and then come back to 225. That's what I'm thinking here. Because anybody looking at this chart knows if this breaks 225, this is going to 250. There is nothing to hold it back from doing it. Big buyer just came in on 222, 60,000 shares. So let's see here. Looks like we might try to touch 225 again. A little bit of selling at 224. Okay, all right, we're at 225. Let's see if 225 gets taken out. Yeah, it's getting tapped at. I mean, there's some big sellers at 225, but their orders are getting tapped at. You can see their positions getting dropped down. So that's pretty good. Yeah, and we're trying again. It's going to attempt to go again on 225 here. Let's see. And they're slowly getting. Yeah, there we go. And we're over 225. Beautiful. Beautiful, sir. That's what I like to see. Big. There's a huge seller at 230. I may lock out at 230. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I want to see how quick he starts getting taken out. If he gets taken out quick enough, but it is the biggest sell order I've seen so far. It's like 100,000 something shares, maybe more. Yeah, there he is. He's still there. It's tapping it though. Let's see if he slowly gets taken out. It's trying. It keeps on trying. As long as it keeps hitting 230 and trying, and we see these numbers come down some. Yeah, and he's slowly getting taken out. He's getting taken out right here. How about that? F-Cell is trying for it. And there we go, right through 230. That big seller was not a problem. We don't care about your 100,000 share position. Get on out of here. Get on out of here, boy. So I'm up about $46 right now. But like I said, we still have room to 250. And we're through there's no more resistance till 250. So I feel like I'm fine to hold this for a little bit longer. I'm starting to move up still a little bit. Let's see. Big buyer at 232. Big boy. 100,000 share buyer at 232. And he dropped out of there real quick, so. Yeah, we don't have any more big sellers at all anywhere, as it's showing. So we might pull back a little bit here, maybe back down to the trend line. But we're pretty bullish. We're moving. We're climbing up this trend line nicely. I think we can see 250. Because there's enough buying volume. That big buyer at 230, that big seller at 230 got taken out. That was a lot of shares. There was a lot of shares being sold at 230. And they all got taken out, so yeah, we'll pull back to the trend line. That's fine. Because we don't have any resistance ahead of us anymore, so there's not really any reason for any big sellers to come in. Yeah, you can see at 230 there's a little bit of selling, but not like there was, because 230 got broken down. We're just on a nice slow climb with F-Cell here. Let's see, who's going to get back over 230 here? Got a little more selling at 230. Nowhere near as much, but still some selling. Yeah, there we go, and that got taken out pretty easily, so. I said this is a slow climber. This is not a super fast play. But it should be pretty predictable. Should be a very predictable play is what I'm trying to say here. We got a trend line. And we're just climbing right up that trend line, taking out resistance lines. So So right here, this should be just about a trend line bounce right here. We should bounce off of this and maybe get over 235. Buyer 228. There we go. So we want to start seeing 230 quite a bit more as kind of an area where it's bouncing around at. See, it's still not quite got over 230 and held, and that's what we want to see. We want to see it start holding over 230 here soon. Still some sellers at 230. They're trying to hold this boy down at 230, but I don't think you guys can. If it takes these 230s out, then we're looking pretty strong. Yeah, and it did. So there we go. We're looking nice and strong on this. Actually got a little bit of a U shape here. A small U shape coming back up to 235. Let's see what happens here. See if we break through 235. Big sellers at 233. 230. We want to stay above 230 right now. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get that 235. Almost there. Almost there. That was a good candle. It opened way up there, so that is, if this candle continues to go up, we ought to blast right through 235. Let's try it in this area. We'll pull back here now. Well, maybe. Let's try it in this 233 to 235 area. It's trying to get through. It's having some struggles here. Yeah, you can see a lot of sellers at 235, but they may get taken out here. They're getting taken out. Yeah, they're almost out. They're almost out of here. We're going to be at 235 in just a second on the bid. Oh, nope, still didn't quite get there. There was enough sellers to hold it back, but we're going to climb back up to it, it looks like. And this next time we hit 235, it should get through. How are you going to do it? Let's see. Should be right here. And then the next second or two, we're right back at it again. I want 230 to hold up. The trend line's at 230, so we need 230 to hold up. Alright. This trend line's got to hold because we're pretty far off the VWAP at this point. So if this trend line holds, it's going to come, or this trend line breaks, it's going back down. Oh, I'm lagging. Come on. It is right on this trend line, and I'm debating right now getting out. Yeah, and I'm going to lock out here. So $42. My magical number that I always tend to get. $42. I will take it on a New Year's Eve. This trend line might still hold up, but the fact that it was getting across there, I don't want to hold this stock for a lot longer and it cracked down all the way to the VWAP and it turned into an all-day hold. I don't want to do that, so I'll take it. $42 profit, nice and easy trend line play on FCell. I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. And that should that puts this account over $800 again, so nice decent bit of padding. see, 230 is holding. See, it's looking kind of weak now. That's on this side of the trend line. If it doesn't pop back up on this candle, this will be back down to the VWAP. But I'm fine with it. Another small profit on the small account challenge on a nice easy play on a holiday, on New Year's Eve. So I will take that all day. Like I'm not sweating. This was nice and comfortable. This is a nice comfortable ride up this trend line. Very easy, very predictable. So that's what we want. We want those predictable plays. And you can see that, like I said, got out at the crack of that trend line. And this is coming back down to the VWAP. Predictable from point A to point B. Predictable. I love it. I love the predictability. Now let's talk about MVCN, because One Life had this idea this morning. He said, I want to throw a 200-day moving average on my 1 minute chart. So I did it as well to kind of look and see what it was looking like. And both of us agreed back here, NVCN bounced off of this 200-day moving average twice. Had a big sell-off, bounced, came back down, bounced, and then made this move up. So we were both talking about if this comes back down to 7 to this 200-day moving average again, then we both would look for an entry. Well, because this is a newer strategy to me, I got scared. I didn't jump in on the entry there. One Life, he's a renegade. He wears gator skin cowboy boots. He was like, I'm going for it. And he went for it, and it paid off. You can see this stock, he got in at 697, and shortly after, the stock ran to 866. So very nice move. Very nice, simple strategy there. Just wait for this 200-day moving average pullback. Nice job. I give all the credit to One Life on MVCN on this play, on this strategy that he just came up with this morning. So that is all One Life. But I'm going to do some more looking into this 200-day moving average on the 1 minute chart, because you can see it works. One Life's on ONCY. ONCY went on a continuation run today. Oh, wow. Sure did. This guy has been bullish all day. Broke above the VWAP and has just ran. And you're in at 521, so One Life killing it again. He's on fire today on New Year's Eve. One Life, you are a Christmas trader, my friend. Or not Christmas, but holiday trader. You you trade on the holidays and just kill it. Killed it on Christmas, the day, what was it, Christmas Eve? So yeah, ONCY looks like $6 is going to be some tough resistance. I mean, yeah, I would say 6 is probably the best area to get out. Because I mean, it is really high up. It's in the corner of this chart up here. Like it possibly could go to 7, but I mean, it's so far up on this chart that I would be nervous at any point after this touch of $6. And it looks like it's pulling back pretty nicely there. So NVCN looks done. FCell still looks alright. Went all the way down and bounced back. Like I said, there's still a gap to fill. This still could get up to 250. It just, the predictability of the trend line broke here, and at that point I don't want to hold it any longer. Good morning, Daniel. So, see, is anything else interesting going on today? SLGL had a little pop. EVSI, I don't think I have any funds. Well, I have 137 left I could trade with if I found something. But it's New Year's Eve, so volume. I mean, it is a full day, so I don't know. Volume could stay around all day. Traders might want to trade all day and then go out and party later. Hmm. This is interesting. This stock here has a big gap to fill, but it's got resistance at 66 cents. Hmm. See, MVCN pop? No, MVCN still cracking. Hmm. So what did Vive do? Oh, Vive got a little bounce. A little 14-cent bounce. And see, that's that 200 day I'm talking about. It came out and it washed down to the 200 and then it bounced up. So we may be looking to incorporate this 200 day moving average on the 1 minute chart into our trading, or at least into my trading. Because I'm seeing a lot of different things with this. Same thing with ONCY. You can see here is below it. As soon as it popped above the 200 right here, and the VWAP, it went on this nice run, full bullish. So FCell back up in the 230s. And you can see also right here on FCell where it bounced off the 200 day moving average here, had initial pop up, went down, bounced, and then got this move up. So there's a lot to this. It's a lot to this 200 day moving average on the 1 minute chart. So far, it's looking like one of the best indicators for support on a 1 minute chart. So that's pretty interesting. At least in these cases. I don't know. It's new. It's a new thing, but we're gonna try it out. We're gonna keep watching it and see. You can see even in pre-market, bounced off the 200 here, bounced off the 200 here, and like I said, you got the bounce here. So it's a pretty clear indicator. Seems to be pretty good, really. So yeah, I like it. No ONCY. Pulling back quite a bit, and that's what I was saying about that $6. Yeah, support and resistance. But from what I'm seeing, NVCN is there's a lot more support areas, or not NVCN, but the 200 day. What did I just do? There we go. The 200 day moving average. But yeah, anyway, I like it. I think I'm going to keep it and try different things out with it. Because One Life nailed this today. He called this in pre-market. Come on, lag. Like on MVCN, this was an easy, predictable play to make, $1.50 something in profit. There you go. He's out. Green is good. So One Life killing it today. As always, I got my little stab in there for $42. I don't know how I constantly hit $42. Like it's insane. Like no matter the price of the stock or how many shares I get, like it feels like my last I don't know, last couple of wins or 5 wins or so, I've hit $42 profit exactly. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know how you can do that. I don't know. Chance, I guess. I don't know. So see, it's all right. We're about an hour 15 into the market. Is the stream working good for everybody? Am I in real time today? Y'all let me know. Yeah, I wouldn't trade anymore either one life. I've got 137 left I could trade with, but I don't think I'm going to. I'd like to start the new year out with this account over 800. That's where I'm at, 825. After taking some stupid losses, so yeah, I want to start the new year out with some padding on this account. The market's closed tomorrow, but it will be open Thursday and Friday. So yeah, Thursday and Friday. So it'll probably be like this again Thursday and Friday. We're probably not going to have very many press releases. I think NVCN was one of the only, probably the only good press release. There you go. See? One Life as much as a good trader as he is, he still has FOMO too. We all have it. So if you run into if you're feeling FOMO, don't be ashamed. It happens to all of us. Just look around here real quick. But yeah, I think I give the stream about 15 more minutes because there's not going to be much more volume in LNK. Little pop up. And here's another instance of this 200-day moving average holding up. You see here on NLNK, you get that reverse U shape, and it hits the 200, rides it, and then pops up. Like you could have got an entry here on NLNK at 236. And it's still going up. Thank you for that. But yeah, it's still going up right now. But yeah, with this 200-day moving average, One Life, One Life, was you in another chat talking crazy to another YouTuber? Look at that. But yeah, this 200-day moving average, I think One Life's on to something with this. Cause I've tried the 20-day, I didn't like that, but the 200 is like really showing consistent signs of predictability. Like this NLNK, you can see it bounced there. Oh yeah, but if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and get those in. I'll give you guys about 15 more minutes. I'm just wanting to look around and see this 200-day moving average. You got to adapt. You got to add things in your strategy sometimes. I don't like to overcomplicate things, but when something is clearly working, yeah, One Life was getting him. That's it. There you go, One Life. Go to all the other YouTube chats. Bring everybody over to my chat. Go tell them, go yell at those YouTubers and tell them they're crazy. And then bring all their people over here. That's what I'm talking about. One Life's out there bashing other chats. I love it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't wish any bad on any other chats. Except for Ricky G's. But I don't even want nothing to happen to his people. I just want him to go away. You know? It's not even because of his trading or anything. It's just his face. I just don't like that dude's face. I've said it before, and I will keep saying it. I will say it to his face that I don't like his face. And I guarantee he will go in a corner and he will cry. So Yeah, we that's funny you were on that chat too because we were just talking about the red to green move and the minute pullbacks and stuff yesterday. Before that we were talking about that because I don't because like I said I'm not a fan of the red to green move and the 1 minute pullback. Like the red to green maybe I don't play it very often, but uh, the 1 minute pullback at the beginning of the market I do not like that strategy because I feel like half the time it will pull back and then go up, but the other half the time it'll just keep crashing. So, I mean, there's certain things you can look at to tell kind of get a better idea if it's going to crash or not. But still, to me, it's just like you don't have a lot of time to think about it with that strategy. You have to commit. You've got about 30 seconds maybe to analyze everything you need to analyze and then commit to it. And that's just too quick for me. I'm a little slow, guys. I'm a little slow. So let's see where else this 200-day moving average looks interesting at. So this is SG. I hate saying the stock SLGL. So yeah, you see the bounce off the 200 there. So yeah, we're gonna keep experimenting with this 200-day moving average. Same thing on Vive, the bounce off there. Just go through some random stocks here. Yeah, that is true. That is true, sir. You're not wrong about that. I think there's levels of predictability, but I think at the same time, 8 out of 10 times you might have a strategy that works, but 2 out of those 10 times it's not going to work for whatever reason. It's just not going to work. It's going to crack down. You're going to take a loss, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I think you can predict some stuff because like what I try to do is I try to predict the crowd behavior myself, but uh, but yeah, you can't always be right. Yeah, I like what One Life saying there. You don't even make a watch list. He just goes where the volume is. I'm getting to that point because I'll make a watch list and only one or two of the stocks on it will move. No matter how good some of them look. Like I'll have a list of like 6 stocks and four of them will look amazing, and the two that don't look that good will be the ones that'll end up running. So it is all about the psychology of where people are going. If you can predict where people are going, you can be successful. Or if you can just follow where people are going. So MVCN's starting to slowly come back up to the 200. I want to see if it's going to break. I want to see. The 200 here has acted as resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times so far. 7, if you count back here. So I want to see if it breaks. I'll give it a minute or two here, but I'm not going to wait all day on it to break. But I want to see if it does break this 200 day and go up to the VWAP. Because if it does, I mean, that's 50 cents of profit just about between the 200 and the 50 or the VWAP. That's a lot of padding up to the VWAP, and then if the VWAP does happen to break, you could have even more profits. But having 50 cents of padding up to the VWAP would be pretty strong. That'd be a pretty good strategy. Because it did do it back here as well. It broke through. So yeah, I like that. Like we may just be incorporating it into the VWAP strategy as when you have this initial pullback, wait for it to come down to the 200, and then as soon as it comes back above the 200 and kind of has this trend reversal, look for an entry and hold to the VWAP, maybe sell half at the VWAP, something like that. Right. But yeah, if we see this break above $7 here at this 200 day, and it goes on a decent run, then we may have a new little add-on to the strategy. All thanks to One Life. That's true. I like that. I like that quote. I'm not. I'm not sure who. I'm not that familiar with Mark Douglas, but I don't read any books, so like I read not books. Like I'll read, and I've heard trend is your friend. I've heard that a lot. But like I'll read some articles and different things like that, but I don't really read books. Mark Douglas. That sounds familiar though. I don't know. Maybe I'd have to. I don't know. One thing about it is you always have to be learning. Like I'm really liking this 200 day moving average strategy with the VWAP strategy, kind of combining them. Like you can always learn more in the stock market, and I've not really heard many people talk about using the 200 on the 1 minute chart, but so far, I mean, it's pretty consistent looking, which is what I like. It's not only is it consistent looking though, it gives you the opportunity to get in stocks at a very low price before they're big rips, like safely in these stocks. NIO. NIO looks like it's up to 432 right now. Okay, this one's a little different with the moving at with the 200 day. The VWAP's actually below it. Well, it's went up. So, in this instance, see what was the support here at? What is this about? 383 area. There's something back here. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So there's a little. Okay, so that's where it bounced off of, right around there. NIO was a billion float. Well, it's went from a low of 383 up to 440, so that's pretty good. I mean, you don't always have to play low floats necessarily because FCell, I mean, it's 193 million, and I was able to make a decent little profit. Look at there, FCell, I knew it, all the way up to 250. Oh well. I knew you was gonna go to 250. You just couldn't continue. It was kind of a steep trend line though. Let's see, NIO again. Let's check it out. Let's see here. Yeah, billion float is a really big float though. But sometimes, I mean, you never know. This is a lot of volatility in a billion float stock. So there's a lot of volume on this to move this like this. What's the deal with NIO? Is NIO a tech stock? Let's see. Get out of here. Consumer. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a Chinese manufacturer. Oh. Okay. Okay. So NIO is a Chinese electric car manufacturer. So with the Chinese deal and technology, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I just figured it out. Thank you for that, Daniel. I'm trying a lot. Like I like to learn more stuff and things like that, but I don't like to overcomplicate things. Uh, I've always I don't know. I feel like I'm close to where I want to be with my trading. Like I feel like I'm close. This small account challenge has been a real of my skills with no margin or anything because and not even so much of my skills but of my emotions. And the biggest thing is like I don't I can only trade max 3 times a week. And so it's a lot easier to get FOMO when you can only trade 3 times a week at most to trade in a small account. And I can only trade a certain price range. Like it's a real challenge. It's a real challenge. And the smallest one I've seen is Ross Cameron. He did it with $600, but he did it with margin. So I mean, he was buying $4,000 worth of stock on a $600 account. So that makes it a little bit easier. I mean, you can blow your account up pretty quickly. But I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can that gives you multiple chances to trade. He was doing it on Short Trader. Like I said, I only have 3 chances to trade on this $800 account now a week, and it makes it really hard. FOMO with this little amount is really really hard to deal with. So that's what I'm trying to work out is trying to get my emotions and keep them in check during these crazy choppy weeks. This is true. That is very true. I'm not making excuses or anything. I'm just saying that is what I'm dealing with when you're trying to make yourself better at something. I feel you have to pinpoint where your weaknesses are and you have to work on them. So I'm not making excuses. You know, Ross. Yeah, Ross is. I'm not taking anything away from Ross because he traded on margin. All I'm saying is, I feel like at least with margin and Short Trader, if he makes one trade and loses $50, he can hop in another trade right after and make $200. Yeah, that's true. No, that's not. Now, don't get me wrong. Margin is very dangerous. That's why I don't push margin. That's why I wanted to do this small account challenge with a cash account. I don't want new traders using margin. Um, but like Ross Cameron being an OG like he is, using a small account with margin, that's not. He knows what he's doing. That's why he was able to do it. If Ross didn't know what he was doing, then he would have not been able to grow that small of amount of money, even with the margin. So yeah, I agree with the whole margin thing. Yeah, now, yeah, I agree with that one. Like if you've got a 25K account, you know, at that point, there's no reason you should be trading into your margin. Like you shouldn't be trading $60,000 worth of one stock in a day. Like most likely, like I wouldn't if I had an account like that. There's no way I would have bought 60,000 shares of it or $60,000 worth of shares of FCell. That's 30,000 shares. Like that's too much. But yeah, like if you're at 25K and you've grown your account to 25K, I don't see anything wrong with using margin at that point. But I just feel like until then, you definitely don't want to use margin, especially newer traders. New traders should never use margin. Oh wow, FCell got up to 275. That is true. That is true. Well, hey, you know, I'm not gonna. Ross is one of those gurus who probably makes more money off of selling courses than he does actual trading. So, I know he makes money trading, but I would just leave it there. But yeah, good day today. You can see FCell all the way up to 275. But yeah, overall good day. So yeah, that would be another thing. If I had a 25K account, I would want margin to short from time to time. I would do a short or two because shorts can be very predictable. But yeah, we'll be back here Thursday, probably on the secondary account. I don't think it'll be this account. My funds, I don't think they'll settle over tomorrow. So we'll be back. We'll be back then. You guys have a great New Year's Eve. Don't party too hard. Don't be hungover on New Year's Day too much. But if you are, enjoy. Happy New Year to you guys. We'll see you after the new year.